What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here, and thank you for tuning in for another realistic rebuild. You guys requested it, so we are doing the Chicago Bears today. Look at those top three players: Alshon, Pernell McPhee, Jerome McFreeman, yes, McDonald McFreeman. Those three players, two of those three do have a big part to play in this rebuild. We kept John Fox as the head coach as we go through this near hour-long experience of 5 years to try to get the Chicago Bears to the Super Bowl. So let's take a look here quickly at the roster, the opening day roster. Jay Cutler, I hate that cap hit, so hopefully we can trade him, but I'm not exactly sure how the dead money situation works. But we'll throw both Jay Cutler and Brian Hoyer up on the trade block. For the running backs, I think we might be able to find some balance here and develop Langford and Howard as a two running back attack. The only difference is that, ideally, for the two-punch, you want two backs that complement each other, not two backs that are similar styles. Fullbacks is what it is. Wide receivers, we're keeping Alshon. Hopefully we can re-sign him. Andy Royal, on their hand, we'll throw him up on the trade block. He is just, I'd rather try to develop Kevin White and Cameron Meredith if I have to. We'll see if we can actually get rid of some of these guys to free up a bit of cap space, because ideally I could splash a little bit more in free agency, so I don't have to rely on picking the best of the best in terms of draft picks. So I will also throw Zach Miller up there. He's 31, and if a 5-year plan, he's going to be, too old by the time we're going to be ready to compete. Look at the offensive line. We got Josh sitting there, 84. He's a little bit up there in age, but I think we're going to need him on the offensive line. We got Kyle Long, who 82. I think that's a little bit too low for him personally. He's always been one of the top guards, in my opinion. On the defensive side of the ball, we're definitely going maybe Florida Gator bias with John Bullard, defensive end starting. I think he's an absolute steal in real life. Haven't seen very much Bears games, but I hope he's doing well for the Bears, for all you Bears fans that are watching it. Goldman's good. Pernell McPhee, spoiler alert, he is going to be an absolute stud. I love Pernell McPhee. I now have a newfound respect for him just through Madden. But now here's the tough thing. I know we run a 3-4, I'm pretty sure, and we need 2 middle linebackers. And I love Freeman, man, coming from the CFL up here in Canada. But he's 30 years old, man. I think we could probably get a pretty high draft pick for him. Same goes for Willie Young, but at least with Willie Young, we have Leonard Floyd there in behind. That will be, taking over his spot. Kyle Fuller's a beast at corner. We'll be relying on him. Amos out of Penn State, safety's good. And we're going with Jones Quartet as the two safeties. I think we can develop both these guys into, somewhat decent players. Let's see what we got for offers. So for Jarrell Freeman, first round pick. There we go, baby. Anything less than a first round, I don't think I would have done it. Like I said, we need those two linebackers. But look, let's just do the trolls. We'll send him back to Indianapolis for a first round. I can't believe the Colts actually let him go to free agency. He's such a good tackler. Willie Young will pretty much take highest. We don't need him on the roster at all. He's decent-sized cap hit. It's Leonard Floyd's spot. How would we ship him to Indianapolis as well? Get 3 picks there. One highest being a second rounder next year. Lamar Houston, don't need him anymore. Here's when you get some ridiculous, a first-round pick for Lamar Houston. Let's be honest, that will never happen. But we will take it. Thank you very much, Seattle Seahawks. I guess you need some more playmakers on that defense. Why not? For some reason, Jarrell Freeman's up there again. He glitched. Zach Miller. This was a tough one. I was kind of hoping to get a first, but then again, he's only 86, and he's a little up there in age. But a second-round pick is not that bad. But we don't really have a backup tight end to go with. We'll have to pick one up off free agency or something for the time being. The only reason why I'm doing this actually is because a lot of times when I see through the couple rebuilds that I have done, the free agents for tight ends are usually fairly good. So I'd like to get a second round pick, and then we can look at getting, another tight end through free agency. So we're gonna go with Jay Cutler as the starting quarterback this year. But if he does start to suck at about the halfway point, we could certainly look at making the change to Hoyer. I want Jordan Howard to be my starter just because he's like 2-3 years younger than Jeremy Langford, so we will run with that. I was actually surprised. There's only like a 1-year difference between them, but I think it's at least 2 years. So we'll go with Howard. Hopefully he can develop as the lead back. Fullback is what it is. At wide receiver, we're going to go Alshon Jeffery, Cameron Meredith, and we're going to get Kevin White some reps because I think I'm a big fan of Kevin White. I was so in West Virginia. He killed it at the combine. He's just had some injuries, so hopefully we'll put him here at the slot and he can make some plays. Look at that. The tight end is not very good. We'll go grab one off free agency before we jump in. Left tackle, not good at all. Josh Sitton at guard, solid. Cody Whitehair at center. I think we can develop him and maybe even later on move him to guard. Kyle Long, 82 overall right guard. So the interior of our offensive line is very good, but our tackles are incredibly suspect. One defensive end spot will go Hicks, and the other one we're going Jonathan Bullard. Man, Jonathan Bullard's going to be a beast. I can't wait to develop him a little bit. Eddie Goldman, solid defensive tackle, like 81 overall, very young. Pernell McPhee turns into a monster. Danny Trevathan and Nick Kwiatkowski from West Virginia, another guy that I mocked to the Philadelphia Eagles in my last mock draft of the year before this year's last draft class. I think Kwiatkowski's a great player. And then we got Leonard Floyd at right outside linebacker. I think he's going to develop very well as well. Kyle Fuller starting corner, but we definitely need to work on building our cornerbacks. I think Amos is a good safety. I'm not exactly sure with this guy, Jones Quarty. I don't know if he's going to develop a whole lot, but we have Deion Bush out of Miami, who we could potentially throw in there if case he doesn't develop or he struggles a lot. So let's set our season goal. What are we going to do here? I think I'm very, very suspect about our tackles, so 7 wins. I think that's the lowest we can go. We'll go with the lowest goal possible for John Fox. Fuck, our tackles are bad. So we're going to sim to the mid-season point. And we'll take a look, as we usually do, at the standings as well as the stats. 2-6, bottom of the division, not very good. But what do you expect with awful tackles and the suck of quarterback, which is known as Jay Cutler? So we're second worst team. So, I mean, that's good. We're in a rebuild, baby. We need high draft picks. So if it looks like worst case scenario, we're going to have a top 5 draft pick. And, it's pretty obvious. I'd say right now our biggest need is tackle. We could look at corner. Look at the stats here. 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 8 picks for Jay Cutler. Not very good. I think we should make the switch to Brian Hoyer and see if he can do a little bit better with the, I guess we still have some weapons, though. Jordan Howard, I guess, on pace for 1,000 yards. No touchdowns yet, which is pretty gross. Langford has been red zone vulturing him, I assume, with those 6 rushing touchdowns for Jeremy Langford and 200 yards. Cameron Meredith is our leading receiver, 31 receptions, 261 and a touchdown. Darren Waller, the tight end we picked up free agency, 265 yards and a touchdown. Alshon, 369 and 2. Kevin White, 273 and 1. No great wide receiver, that kind of sucks. But we still have to bring back Alshon and build around him. Danny Trevathan leading the team with 66 tackles. Pernell McPhee with 61. We got Pernell McPhee with 6 sacks. I think, oh man, Pernell McPhee's what there we go. Jonathan Bullard, Florida Gator, baby, 5.5 sacks. Kind of disappointing to see Leonard Floyd only having a sack and a half. Kyle Fuller with 3 picks. Trevathan and Callahan, who we do have to try to re-sign, hopefully, both with 2. So Alshon Jeffery, this is a big one. We need to bring back Alshon, even though he has that low confidence. Once we get the right players here, Alshon's going to be a big part of this Chicago Bear rebuild. So we got him, and we'll simulate to the playoffs. Everyone else, fuck. Actually, there were actually really big names outside of that. I think Hoyer was there, but we're not bringing him back. Even though we did make the change, let's see. Did Brian Hoyer have better luck than Jay Cutler? We went from 31st team. Now we are 32nd team, the worst team in the league, now possessing the first overall pick. And I already know where we're going with that. Here was actually a glitch, too, when I did the draft. I wanted to trade down, and it would not let me trade the first overall pick for some reason, which was very frustrating. So there you go. We got Brian Hoyer, a little bit better stats, I guess. So Jay Cutler started the first half, had 1,400, 7 touchdowns, 8 picks. And in the second half, Hoyer had 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, 8 picks. So, I mean, either or. I guess, maybe it'll fall on the tackles, but not good performances from our quarterback. Jordan Howard falling short of 1,000 yards as a rookie. 953 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremy Langford with 257 and 9 touchdowns. So, I mean, I don't know. If you could combine those 2 stats into one player, that'd be a solid running back for a season. Darren Waller, our big free agent, or not really big free agent signing, leading the team in receptions with 467 and 5 touchdowns. Cameron Meredith, 457 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kevin White, 614 and 4. Alshon Jeffery, 676 and 3. And Jordan Howard, I gotta go. He had over 1,000 all-purpose yards, so good for him. Danny Trevathan leading the team here with tackles with 134. Pernell McPhee with 117. And Nick Kwiatkowski with 110. Leonard Floyd with 92 as a rookie. I think Floyd, that's a great season for him. Pernell McPhee getting double digits for sacks with 10. And Jonathan Bullard with 8.5. Floyd with 5.5. So, I mean, that's all right production. I'm satisfied. Kyle Fuller with 5 picks is also good as well. Trevathan and Callahan both had 2 picks to their name. A couple guys there with 1. So I think right now I'd say the best player from year 1 would definitely be Pernell McPhee, in my honest opinion. Tom Brady won the MVP. Sean Payton won Coach of the Year. I don't think we're going to have very much here in terms of awards, unless it's rookies. Cam won Offensive Player of the Year. Brandon Graham of the Philadelphia Eagles won Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, there we go. Jordan Howard coming in at number 3. We'll just skip that. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nick Kwiatkowski coming in at number 2. That's going to help his development a lot. More so than Leonard Floyd, the big first-round pick. At least he made the short list, as well as Jonathan Bullard. So we do have 3 impact players on defense that we can develop and carry on for the long haul here. No quarterback, no running back, definitely no wide receiver. No O-line, definitely no offensive line. We might have defensive line or linebacker. No, not even that. Oh, there we go. We got our linebacker, Pernell McPhee, number 5 linebacker in the NFC. And Kyle Fuller, number 3 defensive back in the NFC. So, I mean, defense is has been, you look at the history of the Chicago Bears, we got to try to rebuild that defense as well, the offense, but more so the defense. The fans have been craving for an old school defensive team, so that's what we're going to try to do. As we look at the playoffs, the Patriots beat the Bills, and the Eagles fall to New Orleans Saints. And then in Tom Brady's maybe last year, usually retires after year 1, the Patriots win the Super Bowl. So let's take a look at the free agents in this first year. Gotta be not a whole lot. We do need a backup quarterback. I was looking at Johnny Manziel, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We might just draft one. Running backs were all right, I guess. I still want to try to develop Howard and Langford for as long as humanly possible. The tough thing about this thing is, for some reason, no matter what my settings, sometimes I just don't want to sign anyone in free agency and then wait till after the draft, and the computer will automatically sign them for me. And I swear to God, I had everything ticked off. I had to redo this because they signed Shane Vereen for like $8 million against the cap to get rid of him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, thank you, computer, for eating up my fucking cap. So I had to redo this entire franchise mode up to this point, which is kind of frustrating, which is add on another extra hour. Let's look at a couple wide receivers. We don't really need a whole lot. I'd like to add maybe just one wide receiver, so hopefully we can get Justin Hunter. Tight ends is a big one, but Bennett is too old, and we really want to bring him back to the Chicago Bears. But Trey Burton's there, Philadelphia Eagle. I think Trey Burton is very good. Even in real life, I think Trey Burton is very good. Once he gets his chance to shine, maybe when Brent Selleck retires for Philadelphia, he could be a big-time signing. And there's never a good fucking tackle in free agency the first couple seasons. It's very frustrating. Maybe some depth. Corner is definitely someone. Who can we get here at corner? Drake Kirkpatrick. Maybe a redemption story. He was a first-round pick out of the University of Alabama. Surely the talent is there. We'll lowball him here on an offer and see he wants to come. And then this Harmon, Duran Harmon. I actually have no idea. Where the fuck is he play? New England? Well, we'll send him an offer because that's definitely one of the weaker spots. And Matt Prater at kicker. Let's see how we do in free agency. Who wants to come to Chicago? So we got Coprich, we got Prater, we got Trey Burton, we got Justin Hunter, we got Bruce Miller at fullback, and Drake Kirkpatrick at corner as we jump into the draft. Duran Harmon did not want to come, so we still kind of potentially have a hole at safety. So let's take a look at our first year in the draft with the first overall pick. Like I said, I had issues. I wanted to trade out of it and trade back. We got Cam Robinson, the left tackle from Alabama, 81 overall. This is actually one of my worst drafts. My first 2 picks looked phenomenal, but for the back end, I did not have a very good draft. But luckily, we got Cam Robinson, 81 overall. I think he was the number 3 player. And then the second round, the quarterback of the future for the Chicago Bears, Chad Kelly out of Ole Miss, the nephew, I believe, of legendary Bills quarterback Jim Kelly, 76 overall. Very good rating for him. He was one of the better picks in the second round. Not the highest, one of the better ones. Like I said, we absolutely shit the bed here. But in the 5th round, I got a wide receiver that's named Adrian Amos, which is ironically the name of our starting safety. So I added that to make it Ryan Switzer, the slot receiver out of North Carolina. 75 overall, big time player, gonna play out of the slot. I wonder if he's related to Barry Switzer. I have no idea. But looking at the depth chart heading into this year, we will roll with Chad Kelly. We're going to take the growing pains of having a 76 rookie quarterback as our starter, but hopefully we can build him into a great player. Alshon Jeffery, Ryan Switzer, Kevin White. We'll make Switzer the slot, but that is good young depth. You got Alshon the All-Star, and I think we can both develop Kevin White and Switzer into great wide receivers. We got Trey Burton now starting at the tight end position. Darren Waller, our leading receiver last year, as number 2. Cam Robinson, our starting rookie left tackle at 81, sitting 82 guard. Cody White, our 78 center, so a small bump for him. Kyle Long, 84 overall right guard. And our right tackle is still not looking good. We have to get tackle either in next year's draft or next year's free agency. Defensive end, we go Hicks. We got Bullard up to a 76. That's a 4-point jump from his rookie year. Goldman stayed even at 81, which is a little bit disappointing because he's a little bit younger. But I'll definitely take the development on Bullard and have Goldman stay positive here, at least over 80. Pernell McPhee, 91, so I think that's a 1-point decrease. Still was like our best player last year. We got Nick Kwiatkowski up to 77, pairing with Danny Trevathan. Both these guys were tackle machines. Leonard Floyd made the Rookie of the Year shortlist, 83 overall. Kyle Fuller, 81 overall, coming off a 5-pick season. And we have free agency signing Drake Kirkpatrick starting at corner with them. Adrian Amos at free safety, 83. And Harold Jones-Quartey, 76 overall safety. So the safety spot, I'd say strong safety and right tackle are 2 positions I would like to improve, as well as corner. So we're taking here a look at the midway point of year number 2. And let's be honest, we're way down here again. Only 29, 2-5, so we're number 29. That's a slight improvement. I made our goal this year. I didn't actually think I included that. Our goal was 7 wins again. Like I said, we got the rookie quarterback, the rookie left tackle. Those guys need time to build chemistry and grow. I'll take a look where Chad Kelly is at. 1,700 yards, 11 touchdowns, 8 picks. So that's not bad. That's actually better than where Jay Cutler was the year before. And Cutler had a couple overall points higher. So that's not that bad. Jordan Howard, 454 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremy Langford, 118 and 1 touchdown. Again, still struggling to get a running game going. Kevin White leading the team, 38 receptions, 353 and 1 touchdown. Free agency signing tight end Trey Burton, 328 and 3 touchdowns. Alshon, 561 and 2 touchdowns. And rookie Ryan Switzer, almost 300 yards and 4 touchdowns to his name. So a solid start to his rookie year for him. Danny Trevathan leading the team in tackles with 62 and Nick Kwiatkowski with 51. So we're at the sack front. Once again, Pernell McPhee is a beast. 7 sacks. He is ripping it up from the outside linebacker spot. And not much in terms of interceptions. Only 3 picks, 2 of them from linebackers. So we need to step that up. But I'm liking this Jones Quarty guy. He's Quarty is developing. So we'll resign him. Kyle Fuller needs to get resigned. He's one of the franchise players on this defense. Big fan of Kyle Fuller. So we got our 2 guys in our defensive backs sort of settled out here for long-term contracts. As we take a look at the final standings here in year number 2. Cardinals leading the NFC. Oh my God, we're way down here. Number 30. So we're getting another, top 3 pick. 5-11 is a lot better than what we did, especially with a rookie quarterback. That's somewhat impressive. But let's see how impressive it was by looking at his stats. So I'm saying, judging from where we're at, I think we're probably 2 seasons away from being a playoff contender. Great rookie season for Chad Kelly. Almost 4,000 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 22 interceptions. That's not very good at all. The yards look nice, so let's be honest. The yards look nice, so our wide receivers, a couple of them probably will have some solid stats to go with their season. There we go. Jordan Howard, finally get a 1,000-yard rusher. 1,026 yards for Jordan Howard. 7 touchdowns. Langford also getting 7 touchdowns as well. Rookie Ryan Switzer, one hell of a year. 73 receptions, 973 yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns. Big find in the 5th round for us. Kevin White, 71 receptions, 761 and 3. Trey Burton, 700 yards, 8 touchdowns. Great free agency signing. And Alshon Jeffery getting over the 1,000-yard mark and 3 touchdowns. Definitely would like the touchdowns to be a little bit higher, but, rookie quarterback, let's grow. Trevathan leading the team with 149 tackles. Kwiatkowski with 116. Pernell McPhee with 108. And Harold Jones Quarty, the guy we just extended, with 105. Look at the sacks. Pernell McPhee, man, this guy is a beast. I don't want to keep repeating myself. He's a beast. 14 sacks, 11 for Leonard Floyd, 5.5 for Jonathan Bullard, 2 picks for Leonard Floyd, 2 for Danny Trevathan, 1 for Pernell McPhee. So Floyd and McPhee at the outside linebacker spot have been absolute animals for us. So, the offense is going to take a bit of time, but we're slowly building the Bears defense back into a bit. Sam Bradford for the New England Patriots was MVP. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. What I would say, we're trying to build the defense back to what it used to be. The Bears used to have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Chad Kelly, not surprising at all. Chad Kelly won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Ryan Switzer coming in at number 3. That's phenomenal value that we were able to get there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think we had any defensive rookies. Nope, none there. Best QB went to Tony Romo, unrealistic. No quarterback. Best running back went to Zeke. No one for us. Best wide receiver went to Dez. And no one for us. Best offensive lineman, Tyron Smith. Jesus Christ, the Dallas Cowboys walking away with it every award here. Best DL, did we get anyone? Nope. Best linebacker, Pernell McPhee. Hey, there we go. We finally won one. Pernell McPhee, the best linebacker in the NFL according to this. And Leonard Floyd coming in at number 6. So we are stacked at linebacker. You could already tell from those stats. Best DB went to Claiborne. Man, Dallas Cowboys just absolutely breaking it in. Hey, we got a kicker. Number 8 kicker, Matt Prater. So looking at the Super Bowl this year, the San Diego Chargers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the LA Rams beat the Minnesota Vikings. The Rams are already there. Jesus Christ. At least they didn't win it. I guess that's another team rebuild that didn't win it. The Chargers are your Super Bowl champions. So year 2, let's check out the free agents. For the love of Tom Brady's there. Usually he retires. For the love of God, let me get a right tackle. We could look at upgrading running back. I haven't yet to spend the XP, but it looks like those running backs are struggling to get over the 80 overall hump. Richburg. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we can get Richburg at center and then move Cody Whitehair over to guard spot. Maybe some cover for Josh Sitton, because Josh Sitton's a little bit up there in age. Well, oh yeah, there we go. Leading bid for Winston Richburg. There's a couple good guards here, but of course no fucking tackles. We're not getting Dennis Kelly. On the defensive side of things, we could look at getting a second defensive tackle. Austin Johnson, the former first or second round pick out of Penn State from Tennessee Titans. We need some depth here at defensive end. We'll go Adam Gotsis. Wasn't he a high round pick? first or second again for the Denver Broncos. We got Jeremiah Toshu, who's a beast, but not for our 3-4. Could look at getting another corner. Jimmy Ward's there, the former San Francisco 49er, but not really for the price. See if we can get a kicker, a cheap Roberto Aguayo. Let's offer him fucking bare minimum. But I mean, we'll get him for the upside. He definitely must have a solid development trait. So we got Weston Richburg. I'm gonna keep butchering that guy's name. So what we'll do with him is, I don't know which one will move to guard, but one of them. So we got 2 spots filled from the offensive line with that 1 pick. And let's take a look at our year 2 draft. This is the year we had all those first-round picks. So with the first-round pick, 3rd overall, we got Quincy Wilson, the corner from the University of Florida. We need to build this defense. I believe in Chad Kelly. This is one of the best drafts I've ever had, and I actually fucked up. I tried to include a clip where I showed all the unedited names to show you I didn't change a goddamn thing. This is one of the best drafts I've ever had. So 7th overall, we got Sidney Jones, the corner out of Washington. 16th overall, we got Taco Charlton from Michigan. So many people give me shit that I fucked up and said he was from Notre Dame in my connected franchise draft prospects video. No, I know he's from Michigan. That was a blooper. That's why we included him there here as our opposing defensive end from Jonathan Bullard. Then in the 2nd round, we got this tight end 78th overall, Durham Smythe from Notre Dame. He's a real prospect. I was going to go Bucky Hodges, but I didn't want to go there because this was kind of a fluke. I want to specifically draft Bucky Hodges. In the 2nd round, we got Curtis Samuel, the explosive running back from Ohio State. Might be our lead back. It's about time to maybe give up on Langford and Jordan Howard, unfortunately. So starting quarterback in year number 2, Chad Kelly, the former reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year with the 80 overall. Gonna lead this offense. Best quarterback Chicago has had in quite some time. We're gonna roll with Curtis Samuel, even though Jordan Howard's 79. He struggled to get over 1,000 yards. Maybe that was, the offensive line. But I just want a fresh change of pace back to be our lead back. And we're gonna go with Curtis Samuel from Ohio State. Then at fullback, we got Bruce Miller. Wide receiver, we got Alshon Jeffery, 92. Ryan Switzer, after a phenomenal year, up to an 80. Already supplanting Kevin White. But we'll make sure Kevin White's on the outside, and we can have Switzer in the slot. We got Smythe at 80. But we'll make sure Trey Burton is our starting tight end. Cam Robinson up to an 83 tackle. Cody Whitehair moving from center to guard, 81. We got Richburg, 83 overall center. Kyle Long, 86 overall right guard. Still have issue at right tackle. Could not find a right tackle. But here is where we're going to look at maybe mixing and matching some of these players. So Kyle Long's at 87 overall right tackle. And Josh Sitton's kind of on the bench right now. So look, we can move Sitton to right guard, and that would make 81 overall right guard. And then we move Kyle Long to right tackle. And we go from having a 76 right tackle to having 87 overall right tackle. So let's get Curtis Samuel and Chad Kelly the optimal amount of protection. Then we got Taco Charlton. We'll make him our starting left defensive end to pair with Jonathan Bullard, who's been outstanding. Outstanding player. Eddie Goldman, 83 overall. So after not growing at all in his first year, maybe we're just stockpiling the XP. He's up to an 83. Pernell McPhee, 93. He's a beast. Best player on this team. Danny Trevathan, 88. We got Kotowski developing into a nice linebacker. Leonard Floyd up to an 86. Kyle Fuller, 83. Quincy Wilson, 81. And Sidney Jones, 79. So we have a phenomenal secondary. Amos up to an 85. Strong safety, a little bit weaker. But this guy, Jones Quarty, was very nice for us last year. He had almost 100 total tackles. Like I said, we got a couple players there. Look at that. We can even move Drake Patrick, who didn't quite work out. A big free agency signing a couple years ago at corner as a depth safety. Let's see where we're at in year number 3 in the NFC. Fuck. Still way off the pack. We're number 25, 3-5, 8 games in. Not very good. I was honestly expecting a little bit better. But look at everyone in Division 4 and 4. That's the first place in the NFC North, so it's still attainable. As Chad Kelly at the midway point has almost 2,000 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Again, the turnovers are a little bit too high, but not too bad. And Curtis Samuel, my God, off to one hell of a rookie season. 550 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns. So he's on pace to break the 1,000-yard mark and 9 touchdowns. God, Offensive Rookie Year locked up. Ryan Switzer continuing to be a beast. 40 receptions, 632 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Trey Burton with 338 and 2 touchdowns. Kevin White with 358 and 2 touchdowns. And Alshon Jeffery disappointingly having 390 yards and 1 touchdown. Way down there. Get him more involved. Kotowski finally leading the team in tackles with 69. Trevathan with 67. Leonard Floyd has 5.5 sacks. Bullard with 4. Pernell McPhee with 2.5. That's a little bit disappointing there. We got 2 interceptions from Sidney Jones, our rookie, our first-round draft pick, which is looking nice. And now let's take a look at extending some of these guys. So Amos, 85 overall safety, definitely can continue to develop him in our secondary. So we got him locked in. Eddie Goldman, another guy, our nose tackle, 83 overall, and continuing to develop. So that's, we're going to have to splurge a little bit of money here on the defensive side of things, but we're getting these guys locked up, as well as I want to get Kevin White and continuing to try to develop him to a legit outside wide receiver complement to Alshon Jeffery. So at the end of year 3, where are we at in regards to the standings? Oh my God, 6-10, number 27 in the league. I mean, hey, at least we're getting another solid draft pick. There's silver linings in everything. And another draft pick is not too bad. Let's take a look at the stats. Chad Keller, 30 passing touchdowns, 3,900 passing yards, but 30 passing touchdowns in his sophomore season. The interceptions are still there. This is somewhat very similar stats to what Blake Bortles had in his sophomore season with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, the interceptions are way too high. We got to cut down on that. Rookie running back Curtis Samuel out of Ohio State, 1,100 yards and 13 rushing touchdowns. Very, very good season for him. Very impressed. Ryan Switzer continued to be an absolute fucking animal. 5th-round draft pick a year ago. 78 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 13 touchdowns. That is incredible. Trey Burton, 700 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kevin White, almost 700 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Alshon Jeffery, disappointingly, 700 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Switzer, my God. Kwiatkowski leading the team with 143 tackles, Trevathan with 141, and Pernell McPhee with 119. Again, very good statistical season for Pernell McPhee. 9 sacks leading the team. The sacks are a little bit down from last year. Leonard Floyd with 8.5, and Bullard with 6. But it's the skeleton of a phenomenal defense is there. Kyle Fuller leading the team with 4 interceptions. Sidney Jones with 2. Where is what do you call it? Quincy Wilson didn't get many interceptions. Come on, 81 overall rookie. Let's go. So MVP of the league is Tom Brady, now a member of the Arizona Cardinals. Bill O'Brien getting Coach of the Year. That's a little surprising. So Tom Brady won Offensive Player of the Year. We didn't have anyone there. Kuechly won Defensive Player of the Year. We didn't have anyone there. Rookie of the Year, offensively, went to Curtis Samuel. Lost? Only number 3? Come on, man. He had 13 fucking touchdowns. It's a little disappointing. Sidney Jones coming number 4 in Defensive Rookie of the Year. Quincy Wilson coming number 8, so that's nice that they made the short list, as well as Taco Charlton at number 10. Best quarterback went to Tom Brady. Hey, there we go. Chad Kelly making the short list at number 10. Best running back went to Freeman. We had, come on, Curtis Samuel, give him some love. Ryan Switzer, the number 3 wide receiver. That is an absolute diamond in the rough for us. Best offensive lineman, we had no one. Best defensive lineman, we had no one. Best linebacker, there we go. Pernell McPhee coming in at number 2. Like I said, face of this team right now as it stands. Danny Trevathan coming in at number 9, tackle machine. Best defensive back went to Pat Pete. Kyle Fuller coming in at number 8. Not too bad for him. So let's take a look at year 3 in the playoffs. The Pittsburgh Steelers in a shootout beat the New England Patriots, and the Dallas Cowboys, gross, beat the New Orleans Saints to have a Steelers-Cowboys Super Bowl. And the winning is, the winning team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, beat the Dallas Cowboys 51-45. Jesus Christ, what a shootout. So let's look here at the free agents for year number 3. We're good at quarterback, good at running back, fullback. Yeah, we'll see if we can draft one. That's probably going to be our best option. Wide receiver, we got Switzer's a beast. Offensive line, what about tackle? Come on, right tackle. No. Still no right tackle. Yet Humphries is a 78. He's 25. You might be able to develop him, but I want something better than that. I want to splurge money on an established tackle. We're good at linebacker. We're good at corner. We're good at strong safety. Out there. Landon Collins, 90 overall. We can update on Jones Corti, who's a 78. That could be a big-time acquisition to establish the Bears as one of the top secondaries in the league. We have $13 million of cap. Let's do it, baby. There we go. Looks like we're going to get him. We had the most points. And there we go. We got Landon Collins making a big-time splash, adding a 90 overall safety to our team, especially on the back end. We're going to be very good for the next couple of years. This defense is looking phenomenal. So let's see how the draft went. We went after Mitch Hyatt, the right tackle, best right tackle. I wanted to actually go in a little bit depth and see who was better, because he drafted out at 81 and he was like number 6. So how many fucking better beasts are these guys drafted? Then we got this is unrealistic guy, Deshaun Leggett, a tight end in the second round that was 76. For the rest part, this was a very mediocre draft. They're not always good ones, but luckily we got an 81 at the position of need. But he was only number, fucking 6 or 4? That was very upsetting. But now because we have Hyatt, we can look at trading Leno for whatever we can get and dumping his contract. Same with Jones Corti. Now that we have Landon Collins, we can get a second-round pick from him. That's very nice. And the computer, the AI actually put him on the trade block. I wasn't even thinking about it, but that's great return for that. So let's take a look at the depth chart heading into year number, 4? You're number 3. You're number 4. We got Chad Kelly, 85 overall. That's good. Curtis Samuel up to an 81 after what I thought was an Offensive Rookie of the Year performance for him. I think he got absolutely shafted. 13 touchdowns as a rookie. You only come number 3 or 4 in the final voting. That's bullshit. Fullback, whatever. We're not going to run a whole lot of fullback. Alshon, a little bit of a regression. I think it's a 2-point regression down to a 90, but Ryan Switzer coming off a 13 touchdown season up to 85 overall. Kevin White struggling a little bit, still stuck in the high 70s, which is a little bit unfortunate. We got Trey Burton up to an 82. He's been a great receiving threat at the tight end position. We're stacked at tight end right now with great young talent. With Trey Burton being the veteran. Cam Robinson up to an 87. You gotta love having a left tackle with a superstar developmental trait. Left guard, we got Cody Whitehair's 84 overall. After moving from center after we signed Weston Richburg, who's now up to an 85 overall center. So this offensive line is looking very good. Kyle Long, I think he stayed even at 84. He's getting up there in age, so I don't expect him to develop a whole lot more. And then at right tackle, Mitch Hyatt, our first-round pick. We got 2 first-round picks, 2 almost top 5 picks at the tackle spots. So they are going to give Curtis Samuel and Chad Kelly all the protection, hopefully, in the world. At defensive end, for some reason, they don't want to show Taco Charlton the love. We will, as they make him our starter. Bullard has been phenomenal, up to an 81 overall. The University of Florida has been very good from a 3-4 defensive end front, getting, 5, 6, 7, 8 sacks a year. Defensive tackle, nose tackle, we got Eddie Goldman up to an 85, and former second-round pick Austin Johnson at number 72. But look at that, we can make Weldon, this Randy guy, we'll make him number 2. Hell yeah, let's go for that. Let's take a look at our linebackers, the cream of the crop of this defense. Pernell McPhee, 93 overall, a beast, man, very, very good player. Trevathan staying even at 88. I expect him actually to regress, but then luckily we got Kwiatkowski up to an 82 overall, ready to take his spot. Leonard Floyd up to a 90. The former first-round pick has been doing very, very good for us from the right outside linebacker spot. Our corners are going to be stacked. Give us a year or two. We got Kyle Fuller, 85. Quincy Wilson, 83. Sidney Jones, 83. Let's go. Lock down. Have fun trying to throw the ball at us. Adrian Amos up to an 87. Very impressive from him. And then our big free agency signing, Landon Collins, 90 overall. I would say debatably we might have the best secondary in the NFL. So we are going to set our goal this season definitely to make the playoffs. We're going to be competitive. Let's be competitive. Let's go here. Spoiler alert. Make the playoffs. Let's go, John Fox. Let's sim to the midseason point and see where we are at. If we're on the goal, look at that. 8-0. Year number 4, 8-0. Leading the league. Defense is looking great. Looks like we just from here, the top 10, we are the best defense in the league. One of the top offenses. Let's take a look at the stats and see, the proof within the pudding. Chad Kelly. 1,900 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I have no idea how players like this in the Sims magically just become not turnover machines. I mean, Chad Kelly has decent stats, but the turnovers have been pretty high. That's a great start for him. Curtis Samuel up to 753 yards, 8 touchdowns. Jordan Howard vulturing 7 touchdowns from him, but Samuel off to another outstanding season. He's a stud for us. Trey Burton leading the team with 47 receptions, 539 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Alshon having a nice year finally. 500 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kevin White, 476 and 2. And I think Ryan Switzer's outside of the slots, unfortunately. 205 yards, 1 touchdown. We definitely need to fix that. I think Kevin White is working out of the slot. Defense side of the ball, who else? Pernell McPhee leading the team with tackles with 51. He also has 7.5 sacks at the midway point. Leonard Floyd with 4.5, and Jonathan Bullard with 4. Very happy with those sack numbers. Trevathan with 2 picks, Kyle Fuller with 2 picks, and a lot of other turnovers for some other guys here. So we're making plays all over the field. Now it's time to talk about contracts. So we're going to re-extend Leonard Floyd here, 90 overall. We're going to have to spend a lot of money. Luckily, we have a decent amount of cap space here to bring back some core young guys of our team. Whitehair, we're bringing him back. Nick Kwiatkowski, we're going to bring him back. Jonathan Bullard, he needs to come back for sure. Trey Burton's still there. Pernell McPhee, I think we'll have to retry him next week. Trevathan, we got him locked in. Pernell McPhee will bump his salary up a little bit. It's 4 years, 60 mil. Still got 20 mil in cap room, so we're looking very pretty here as we're able to re-sign Pernell McPhee for what will be realistically the end of his career. We got Kwiatkowski locked in long term. We got to get Trey Burton back in. Seems like it was only yesterday we signed him in free agency. So we got a lot of our key players already on lock for the future for this 5-year bill. But we're 14-2 this year. We might win the goddamn Super Bowl this year. Top team in the league with Chad Kelly's only in his 3rd year. Great play right there. 14-2, baby. Let's take a look at the stats. See how many award winners we got. So in terms of our stats, 38, oh my God, 4,100 passing yards for Chad Kelly, 38 touchdowns to 7 picks. So somehow he miraculously cut his interceptions in half. and 38 touchdowns. He is balling out. I wonder who's on the receiving end of that. Well, C4, if you fucking hold your horses, you'll see in a second. Curtis Samuel, another incredible season, 1,400 yards, 13 rushing touchdowns. Even Jordan Howard had a solid year, 500 yards, 10 touchdowns. So a great two-headed running attack, phenomenal balance. 3,000-yard receivers, Trey Burton, 94. Glad we resigned him. 94 receptions, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Alshon, 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. Kevin White, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Unfortunately, Ryan Switzer was unable to get there with 622 yards and 5 touchdowns, coming off a 14-touchdown year the year before. Leading the team in tackles, Dane Trevathan with 104, Pernell McPhee with 103. But look at the sacks. Pernell McPhee, 16 sacks. This guy is incredible. Jonathan Bullard with 11.5, and Leonard Floyd with 9.5. Eddie Goldman from the defensive tackle spot getting 5. That's very good. Kyle Fuller once again leading the team in with interceptions with number 4. Amos with 3, couple guys with 2. But I mean, like I said, it's gonna be very tough to throw the ball on this team. We almost have our new era Legion of Boom. MVP went to Phillip Rivers, but look at that, Chad Kelly coming in at number 4. Not too bad, not too bad. Coach of the Year, John Fox. There we go. One Coach of the Year for the old Silver Fox himself, John Fox. Offensive Player of the Year went to Chad Kelly. Let's go, baby. What a stud Chad Kelly has been for us. Defensive Player of the Year, Pernell McPhee. Again, another stud. I said at the very beginning of this video, he is an absolute monster. Leonard Floyd coming in at number 3. This defense is playing at a very high level, as well as the offense is now. No Offensive Rookie of the Year. Any defensive guys? Nope. No, come on. Come on, I couldn't believe it. Chad Kelly won Best Quarterback, not surprised. Best Running Back went to Todd Gurley, but Curtis Samuel coming in at number 4. We have, no, Langford didn't make it. Best Wide Receiver went to Julio Jones. Kevin White coming in at number 6. We'll take that. Do we get multiple guys? Oh, come on. We have 3,000-yard receivers. We'll only get one guy on the list. Cam Robinson is now your best offensive lineman. Weston Richburg, our free agency signing a couple years ago. Kyle Long, long-tenured Bear, still there. Whitehair. I find every year I have a good year, almost my entire offensive line makes that list. I don't know if that's just, the algorithm that they use. Jonathan Bullard coming in at number 9 for best D-line. Pernell McPhee, best linebacker in the league. You didn't have to tell me twice. Leonard Floyd coming in at number 7 as well. What do we got in terms of defensive backs? Keanu O'Neal's the number 1 guy. Kyle Fuller coming in at number 6. Anyone else? Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. Do we have a kicker? More importantly, do we have a kicker? No. So now we're off into the playoffs. We're in the divisional round. We're playing the 9-7 Seattle Seahawks at Soldier Field. Let's take the moments here. Drop it back. Let's finally get to use this team. Dropping back, hitting Kevin White across. Oh, look at that. That speed, 6'3" with 90 speed. Good luck catching that. Big time touchdown to open up the drive. Let's go. 7-0 lead at home. Getting the home fans behind us. And look, oh, Jesus. Find ourselves already in a 14-7 hole. We need to capitalize here and get a quick touchdown. So hopefully we can get 2 quick scores before the end of the first half. Let's try this running attack. We heard Curtis Samuel's a beast. The stats have shown he's a beast. Let's see what he can do. Well, Jesus Christ, with blocking like that, I could run through that. But bringing the ball all the way up to the 1. 9 rushes for 35 yards in the first half of this divisional playoff matchup for the young Curtis Samuel. This is a young offense, so I won't be shocked if they struggle in a big-time playoff game like this. But if they play well, we have something special. Look at this, a big-time touchdown for Curtis Samuel. He's, much like when we did the legendary Bear roster. For all you Chicago Bears fans, we relied heavily on the running back. And once again, we are doing that. So now we're at a 17-17 game. 40 seconds left before halftime. It would be very nice to get any score, but obviously you want 6. And then the 1-point kick for conversion there. It's the outside. Is that touchdown? Oh, the 1-yard line. You're hoarding him again. We're using him a lot, though. 17 rushing attempts, 85 yards, and a touchdown in the first half alone for Curtis Samuel. What does that tell you? Does that tell you that Chad Kelly's struggling, maybe? Having a young quarterback like that in a high-pressure situation in front of his home crowd, it can only imagine the amount of pressure he has. We'll throw it to the outside. As you know, I love running the strong toss on the 1-yard line as we get Curtis Samuel his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. He's beating up the ground like it owes him money. We give him a field goal to the Seahawks, so it's 24-20. Let's block the field goal, make it a 1-point game. Oh, we'll take over here in the red zone. Thank you, offense, for giving us solid field position. And with the strong toss again. From what I could tell, from what I've seen in this, the simulation to play the moments, Chad Kelly is not having a nice day. So let's keep it on the ground with the guy that will get us over the line. And his name is Curtis Samuel. Look at that. 22 rushes, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very strong playoff performance for him. Walter Payton would be looking down on him right now saying, "You go, young buck. It's on you, bro." So what are we going to do here? Try to get Switzer involved. Even though he had a little bit of a down year, we still got to remember, Only a year ago, he had 13 touchdowns. He was incredible. Making the big-time conversion there. Phenomenal slot. Yeah, look at Chad Kelly. 13 of 20, 178, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So not the best opening first career playoff game for what we assume is our franchise quarterback here in Chicago, and Mr. Chad Kelly. So let's just try to run it here. We don't want to have a turnover. And again, Samuel gets in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. He's telling his team, you know, fucking, I got the backpack on. Everyone jump on my backpack. I will carry the team into the NFC Championship. Our defense is making some solid plays. Come on. And there we go. End the shit. There we go. We win 31-25. The Chicago Bears are moving on to the NFC Championship, led by Curtis Samuel and a great defense. Hopefully, Chad Kelly can have a bounce-back game against what you can only assume is a pretty weak Saints defense. Let's be honest. We find ourselves down only 3, only a touchdown, or only not a touchdown, only a field goal. Time is ticking. 3rd and 2. We're at the midway point, so let's go on. It's easy. This is easy mode. Madden is saying green box to this side. Let's run it in. There we go. Curtis Samuel with a big-time conversion. I'm loving him, man. Every franchise mode, I find 1 or 2 players that I would not know because I usually just play the Eagles that are a beast. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit tough when I create a guy, but I'm finding a soft spot in my heart for Curtis Samuel. Now so much that even though I despise Ohio State, when I watch them play this year, I'll be like, yeah, Curtis Samuel, you were a beast for me in one of my career modes. As we had Trey Burton across the middle for the touchdown to give the Chicago Bears the 7-3 lead in front of a very hype Soldier Field right now. Hopefully our defense can make a goddamn play. Come on, D. What the hell happened there? Of course, we get the touchdown. Now down 3. At least our offense found our way back into the red zone here. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's get a quick score here so hopefully we can get the ball one more time before halftime. Keep it on the ground because that's what Curtis Samuel does. Look at that. Easy. Phenomenal run blocking. That's what happens when you build the offensive line. You build the offensive line, the rest will come. If you build it, they will come. As we get a 14-10 lead. Come on, defense. Do something. Oh, come on, D. Do I pop in here? Nah, fuck. Let's see if they can do it. All right. So now we're only down 3. At least we're only down a field goal, you know. As I said, rinse and repeat. Best field goal kicker on YouTube. So we'll do that if we have to. But still 3rd and inches. Let's make the play. Let's hand it to him. Oh, let's go. Get that block. There we go. He is gone. Curtis Samuel is the man. He is an absolute beast. Smaller running back. Everyone's probably like, oh, man, he's only 200 pounds. He doesn't have the durability to be a 3-down back. No. So now we're just not getting a lot of opportunities to play as we're down 27-21. Our offense is not... Oh, come on. All right, so, hey, we got a touchdown. We're only down 6. I don't know why it didn't let me play it. I guess it must have been a long touchdown. Oh, shit. That sucks. Come on, team. We're so close. Losing 36-24 to the New Orleans Saints. I don't even give a fuck about the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck about free agency. We didn't sign anyone. I'll tell you right now, we signed a kicker. So now it's the draft. This is year 5. It's make or break. I cannot lose another Super Bowl. I need to win. At least get to the Super Bowl. Worst case scenario. That's like, you still take the loss a little bit, but I think getting to the Super Bowl should be like a half-point victory because it's still, let's be honest, the Bears are not going to make the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at our depth chart here. There we go. 91 overall, Chad Kelly. We got Curtis Samuel up to 86 overall. It's do or die. It's Super Bowl or bust. Samuel has been, you know, by far my favorite player on this offense. Only 86, though. Didn't develop nearly as well as Chad Kelly has. Alshon Jeffery regressing. Was a 90s, into the low 90s. Now he's down to an 88. Switchers to an 85. Kevin White, after a big year, now up to an 85. So that's 3 very talented wide receivers that we can use. We got Trey Burton, 88 overall tight end. That's good to know for my Philadelphia Eagles connected franchise vote that I can rely on Trey Burton. Make sure to re-sign him. We get some solid depth at the other guys here at the tight end position, but very impressive to see Trey Burton there. We got at left tackle. Let's see what all Cam Robinson's at. 92 overall. My God, one of the best left tackles. I'll tell you right now, get a left tackle. You start with a superstar trait. He is going to develop well. Whitehair up to an 86. Richburg, I think he might have fell a grade. Kyle Long staying strong at 84, baby. Mitch Hyde up to an 85 overall at right tackle, so we have 2 phenomenal tackles. Great looking offensive line. Taco Charlton up to an 81 overall. Not as good a development as I expected from a first round pick, but 81, I'll still be happy with that. Jonathan Bullard, again, our 2 defensive ends they've kind of stunted, if we will, in terms of their growth, but I'll still keep them at low 87s, or low 80s, sorry. And speaking of 87s, Eddie Goldman at defensive tackle up to an 87. We'll move Hicks up here to the 2nd spot. Let's just shift a couple guys around to improve our defensive line depth. Pernell McPhee finally starting to regress from a 93 all the way down to a 91 all the way. He's still a beast. Trevathan took a bit of regression from 88 to 86. Kwiatkowski, I think, 1 or 2 point bump up to 84. Leonard Floyd stayed even at 90. That was a little bit unfortunate. I was hoping we can develop him into a little bit higher. Kyle Fuller up to an 87. Sidney Jones, 85. And Quincy Wilson, 83. So even though we took Sidney Jones a couple picks after Quincy Wilson, he has now overtaken him in terms of development. Adrian Amos staying even at 87, and Landon Collins staying even at 90. So still a very strong secondary. And like I said, it's Super Bowl or bust this season. I think we have a very good team, very strong team. And I mean, obviously, we'll make the playoffs. So no midseason. Like I said, I want to try to keep this under an hour. And there's going to be some gameplay. So here is the final season standings in year number 5. 11-5 for the Chicago Bears. Not as good as our 14-2 last year. So a couple guys didn't grow as much as I would have liked on the defensive side of the ball, so maybe that's where the issue came, and we had to fucking play in the goddamn wildcard game. But we will take a look at the stats here, the final stats for the Chicago Bears. Chad Kelly, another pretty solid season, 4,100 passing yards, 34 touchdowns, 19 picks. So again, the turnovers are a little bit of an issue there. Last year, what do you have, 7 picks? Curtis Samuel, the beast of this offense, in my opinion, almost 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns. This Will Height guy had 8 touchdowns to Vulture, but Samuel is going to be the guy we're going to rely on. Switzer leading the team in receptions, also had 600 yards and 5 touchdowns. Alshon getting over the 1,000-yard mark again, 7 touchdowns. Trey Bird with 800 yards and a touchdown, and Kevin White with 785 and 10 touchdowns. Look at Samuel, still a beast. That's 1,000 all-purpose yards, 8 receiving touchdowns. This guy here is incredible. Danny Trevathan leading the team in tackles with 141, Kwiatkowski with 113, and Landon Collins, our big free agent signing from a year ago, 102 total tackles. Looks like we had some good pass rushers. Pernell McPhee with 13, Leonard Floyd 11.5, Jonathan Bullard up to 11, Taco Charlton with 5. That's not too bad. Kyle Fuller once again leading the team with interceptions with 6, Landon Collins with 3, Trevathan, Wilson, and Jones with 2. So solid return there in terms of interceptions. Let's take a look at the award winners here. The MVP went to Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott winning MVP. Curtis Samuel coming at number 5 and Chad Kelly number 7. So, the Bears are represented on the MVP list. Dan Quinn was the coach of the year. John Fox number 5. Offensive player of the year with the Dak Prescott. Curtis Samuel coming in number 2. We got defensive player of the year. Danny Trevathan finally making it on the list there. Pernell McPhee coming in at number 3. Great defensive players. Offensive rookie of the year. I don't think we had any. Oh, Thomas Kershaw. I have no idea who the fuck that is. Might be our fullback. Good on ya. Defensive rookie of the year, we had no one. Best QB, Dak Prescott. Chad Kelly coming at number 4. Best running back, Zeke. Oh, there's Brian. Oh, gross. But we have a couple Bears. All those Cowboys. Well, there we go. Just as many Bears on this list as Dallas Cowboys. So this, I hope we actually meet the Dallas Cowboys. That'd be nice. We'll have to beat them in the Super Bowl. Bullard coming in at number 7 for best in defensive linemen. We got a couple linebackers here. Trevathan, Floyd, Kwiatkowski. Best defensive back went to Richard Sherman. Kyle Fuller coming in at number 5. Anyways, this is it. Do or die. Playing wildcard round. Big divisional rival matchup against the Green Bay Packers. Let's go. Find ourselves in a 3-0 lead. Oh, God. Changing field goals here. 6-3 for the Green Bay Packers. Let's pick the ball up here just before the 2-minute warning and get a touchdown here. Enough of this field goal bullshit. I mean, I like field goals as much as the next guy, but why? There we go. Oh, get in and fuck off. Just turn around. Chad Kelly hitting Kevin White, getting it down to the 2-yard line with a 2-minute warning. It's about time we call number 45, Curtis Samuel. Let him do what he does best, and that is put the team on his back and walking in for the touchdown to give the Chicago Bears a 10-6 lead, and what you can only assume is a frigid day at Soldier Field. Typical NFC North football. Gonna be a low-scoring game. Holding them to another field goal, 13-9. We get a field goal of our own. We get another field goal. It's 16-9. Oh, we give him a touchdown, 19-16, but that is how it finished. Thank you, Super Sid. Thank you, defense, for pulling us through as we go to the divisional round, as we knock off the Green Bay Packers in the wild card. So all you Bears fans out there must be, get a little smirk there. And now, the divisional round, we are playing the team that was filled with all the award winners, the Dallas Cowgirls. All right. Oh, shit, go deep to Alshon right away. Oh, yeah, number 24, Mo Claiborne, your best DB, huh? I don't think so. We're going to hit the I guess we could say somewhat decreasing Alshon Jeffery, going from a 90 down to an 88. Still can make big-time plays. Our defense is playing very well, putting us in prime position here on the 4-yard line. We're going Will Height, not even Curtis Samuel, not even our workhorse back. Our number 2 back is more than enough to pump shit on the Dallas Cowboys' faces. So now we're down. We're actually up 14-7. A minute left in the first half. It'd be nice to go up 21-7, have a 2-touchdown lead. Easy does it. Hit Switzer for the touchdown. Chad Kelly Switzer has been a phenomenal combination for the Chicago Bears since we took over. He's doing some sort of boogie as we're up 21-7, 28-14. Looks like 35. We're just shit pumping Dallas. This is a beautiful thing. Get another touchdown. I'll kick the field goal. There we go. In the divisional round, beating these unstoppable Dallas Cowboys 38-14. Moving on to the conference championship, we're now taking on the 13-3 Atlanta Falcons. Let's do it. We are in the Georgia Dome, but that don't matter. Chad Kelly don't give a shit. Curtis Samuel don't give a shit. Trading field goals, very much like the wildcard round. Atlanta gets a 10-3 lead, not looking too shabby here. 4th and 3, and the Chicago Bears are going for it. Very, very risky, just over midfield. What are they thinking? This is what you do. You play to win. You don't play not to lose. And look at that connection from Chad Kelly to Kevin White. Great big-time conversion on 4th down. Now we're picking up second and 6 on the 6-yard line. Screen pass? Screen pass to Curtis Samuel? Why not? He had 6-7 receiving touchdowns. Let's get him another one. He's a dual threat back. He is a do-it-all back. Getting us a touchdown to break even to make it a 10-10 game. Hopefully our defense can make a stop here. Damn it. Atlanta gets a touchdown, 17-10. But now we get the ball in scoring position. Did he get in, Switzer? Fuck. Get tackled just on the 1-yard line. Maybe we could challenge that. Looked like he might have got across, but this is, again, we're going 1. Are we going to give it? Oh, there we go. QB sneak time. Let's hit him with the Tom Brady. Hit him with the 1-yard QB sneak for the touchdown. They're not going for the all-out, basically A-gap blitz. There we go. Walking it in. Walking it in. On Christmas tree. Field goal. We're a fucking extra point away from tying the game at 17-17. A minute 26 left. Our defense did their job. We're taking up here 3rd and 7 on our own 20. This is for the fucking Super Bowl. Someone make a play. Oh, Chad Kelly scrambling. Dodges the sack. And, oh my God, it's kind of blown up. Maybe that could have been a 15-yard penalty there because it seems like he gave up on the run. Big time 3rd down conversion. Let's go. Hit Alshon Jeffery. Oh, shakes on the tackle. Puts us in prime position for the game-winning field goal. Dan Quinn is trying to freeze our kicker. Little does he know, he's going up against the best Madden kicker on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Even with this weird camber angle, I'm still going to nail it. I got Steven Hauschka, the former Seattle Seahawks kicker. Easy. I did that with my eyes closed. 20-17. Very, very clutch. Very, very exciting. The NFC Championship matchup where the Chicago Bears go over the Atlanta Falcons to get their ticket to the Super Bowl. Who will they face in the Super Bowl? Let's see. We are playing, the Houston Texans. One of the few teams in this game that no matter who it is, I struggle to play against. J.J. Watt usually pushes my shit in, unfortunately. So we find ourselves already down in a 3-0 hole. Oh my God, look, our offense, I can't even do anything. All right, we're down 10-3. 3rd down stop. Come on. We help them to a field goal. Oh, look, again. Come on, give me the ball on offense. All right, so we're down 13-3. They finally let me chose to play a moment here. We're on the 12. We're doing it. Oh, X. Wide open. Ryan Switzer. Great patience from Chad Kelly there to let that route develop. He knew Ryan Switzer was going to beat his man, get wide open in the end zone, getting us a nice touchdown to make it a 13-10 game at halftime. Hopefully at halftime. 3rd down alert. Let's go. 3rd and 1. I mean, we could kick the field goal to tie it if we don't get it. I fucking hate playing the... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Texans playbook that's very good. Maybe it's just the stigma of J.J. Watt, but I always find it incredibly difficult when I play the Houston Texans. I remember playing them a couple times with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it was incredibly frustrating every time. If you guys take your member berries and member the Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild, which is my most overpowered one, I would say thus far. These Bears ones, though, this is a really good roster. I took a different approach, but I'm still really enjoying it. Let's try to get some. Look, Curtis Samuel, 19 rushes, 82 yards. That's still even a bad game from him, but we're feeding him. We cannot throw the ball too much. It looks like we're avoiding throwing the ball actually with Chad Kelly, even with all those weapons out there. See if we can hit the tight end across the middle. There we go. First down. Big. Oh, that was a big hit. Very, very nice of Trey Burton to hold on to the catch. Come on, let's get that fucking lead. 4 receptions, 68 yards for Trey Burton. So I'm going to take a wild guess and assume he has been our #1 receiver in this Super Bowl game. Let's feed Curtis Samuel. Let's give him. Oh, there we go. Great blocking as Curtis Samuel gets into the end zone to give the Chicago Bears a 17-13 lead over the Houston Texans. Clowney's upset. Watt is upset. I don't know if we want to piss him off too much. Here we go again, man. Give me the fucking ball. I would have scored on some of these drives. I hate these rules where I say we have to play them once. Look, we're just letting them. Down 26-17. Why the fuck? Come on. Now give me the ball 4th and 15. Why not on my own 20? Why not? Thank you, Super Sam. Sometimes my own rules piss me off, but to make it fair, I said I gotta play the moments. So when they say play a moment, I'm gonna play. Wait, Alshon Jeffery though. 4th and 15. He's gone. Oh fuck. 48 made the tackle. That's still a big time conversion. We still have a little bit of life left. You can put your hand on your chest. The pulse is still going. Red zone alert. All right, we're in the red zone. We got 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Get a quick touchdown. We're still gonna be only down a field goal. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. We got some great road runners. Switzer's looking good. He is usually our go-to guy here in the red zone. Oh shit. All right. Well, I mean, could have been a sack. At least he got rid of it. I mean, that wasn't great throwing it right across the middle where literally anyone could have picked it off, but wasn't a sack. You need to conserve all our timeouts so we can get a fucking stop after we get a touchdown. Where it's touchdown or bust here anyway. If we don't get a touchdown, the game's fucking over, so it doesn't even matter about our timeouts, I guess. Okay. All right. Another horrible pass. Chad Kelly is not having the greatest Super Bowl that I've ever seen someone have in the Super Bowl. Playing a little bit like a Trent Dilfer, if you will. What are we going to do? Come on, Switzer, get open. I trust Switzer. There we go. Switzer across the middle. Ryan Switzer, product of North Carolina, getting us a touchdown to make this only a field goal game. Or field goal to win it, actually. So now the game is on the line. Let's do this shit. All right, another 25. Let's be honest, we're probably going to try to feed Lamar Miller. So let's make sure we crowd up the middle here. Looks like the D-line. Let's go. Let's blow this shit up. There we go. Oh, fuck. There we go. Taco Charlton. Tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. Let's call the timeout now so we can use the 2-minute warning. Actually, we might be able to get another timeout called before that. All right, all right, all right. We'll go Eddie Goldman. Fuck it. Let's get the fuck out of coverage. Audible here to a blitz. There's clearly a run. Tackle him. Tackle him, motherfucker. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Call timeout. We should have. Oh, what the fuck? It's a 2-minute warning. I shouldn't be able to call a timeout if there's a 2-minute warning. Fuck off, man. Just wasted a goddamn timeout. Kidding me. Fucking Madden, man. Sometimes Madden is just. Oh, my God. Oh, there's Pernell McPhee making a big time play. Guess we'll call timeout here. Last timeout. We should have 2. Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Looks like we'll have what? Maybe like 40 seconds if we get the stop here. It's still not a given that we get the stop. Nice little tackle there. I remember having himself a nice day. 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been getting it done on the ground. Of course, they're going to milk the clock here on 3rd and 9. What are the odds they're going to throw it? That looks like another. They'll probably just fucking run it again. Let's get the run. Yeah, there we go. We called it right there. It would be real nice if we had another fucking timeout. Stupid EA. 4th and 13. Hold him to a punt. Okay, so how much time are we going to have? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Gonna have probably less than 30 seconds to get into field goal range with no timeouts. Against, in my honest opinion, like the toughest defense to go against. At least for me. Like I said, maybe not for all you guys, but for me, they caused me a lot of trouble. But at least we got Curtis Samuel back there. Come on, get good field position. To the 28. Realistically, that's like one big throw with my excellent field goal taking. Oh, fuck this. Not Super Sim. I'm taking over. Last time I Super Sim, you guys fucked me. Okay, we'll go corner strike so we can hopefully get a quick catch and get out of bounds. Actually, no, fuck that. Let's go deep, baby. It worked last time we went to Alshon. Oh, no. All right, cool. 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 2nd and 10. 17 seconds left. Pretty much got to keep going 4 verticals here. I think that's the play. Because realistically, we go use the Madden cheese corner strikes. I don't know. I think I just have a gut feeling they tackle me in bounds and that'd be game over. So we have Kevin White up to the 49. Spike it. Oh, we can't. Fuck. We gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Up to the line. Up to the line. Up to the line. Fuck. Hail Bear. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, great. Fumble, sack, JJ Watt. Why not? Oh, why did they fuck me over with that timeout? I'm blaming everything on EA for giving me that bullshit timeout excuse thing. Well, there we go, guys. That is the Chicago Bear rebuild. We will have to revisit it. That is an L. We unfortunately were unable to win this Super Bowl with the Bears. At least we got there. We built them into a nice franchise, and when we do revisit, I'm very confident we can have a better result. Chad Kelly, saw all those guys. This is your first time stopping by. Please subscribe, smash that like button, share that video, all that good shit. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.